just reminded. What was that thing? Have you heard of Keemstar?
Yeah.
What was that thing that he would do? Let's get right into the news.
Yeah, that's the one.
What there's a particular copypasta on Twitter. Well, not a copypasta, just a particular joke where anytime you see a sentence made entirely out of underscores, people do you know what I'm referring to?
Yeah, I know what you're referring to.
Keemstar is a bald retard. Is he bald? I'm not sure.
I
know he wears a hat.
Hairline, don't he?
I know he wears a hat all the time, and I know he likes to walk in the woods. Fuck, I'm just getting
He's
hit
old,
by
though.
mid-2010s brain rot.
Oh yeah.
Like, you remember that song he did,
15.
Walked in the Woods?
No, I don't actually know that.
Do you remember It's Every Day, Bro? With
Yeah.
yeah, that sort of stuff. I've
That
been recently.
shit.
I've seen a resurgence of MLG stuff. You remember
Okay.
MLG?
Yeah.
Like the official PGA Tour Instagram account has made multiple videos editing golf highlights in an MLG style, and I'm all for that. I loved MLG. I still do love MLG. MLG was the shit.
Yeah, back in the day.
Do you remember even like, look, it's not popular anymore, but I never pass up the chance to watch an MLG video.
If it's there, then it's there.
If it's there, it's there.
But
I'm not going to seek it out.
You've got to look forward, not in the past, you know.
But in general, the memes we have today are nowhere near the quality of what we had before. The only thing I like about current memes is, soy jacks.
Go on, tell me more about it.
Soy jacks and wojacks in general are, but mainly the soy jacks. Have you ever been in the comments of an Instagram video with more shares than likes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know what you're talking about.
And why am I getting WhatsApp messages from a dude in Nigeria with what?
Maybe he fancies you.
His profile picture is some rapper. His name is Mr. Desmond. It's a business account, and his bio is little boy hearts emoji. I love my business. Other heart emojis. That is stupid.
Connect him, network him.
Yeah, no. As much as I'm a fiend for enhancing my network on LinkedIn, I'm not about to add some Nigerian potential nonce.
Why not? He could be a lovely guy, you know.
I doubt the average nonce is a good dude.
But you're above the age of 18, so you can't really be a nonce.
No, but when in his bio it says little boy.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Anyway, welcome to the season finale of The Deep End.
let's go.
It is the season finale. It's not at all a special episode. It's just a
What?
normal guest.
I thought that's why you invited me on, you know, because I'm like
No,
a
I invited you
chava.
to be a normal guest.
Oh, so okay, I can't act up.
You can't. Well, you
For
can
the
because
cameras.
there's no camera. There's one. Well, there used to be
For the
two
mics
cameras. One
then.
of them's off now, but the camera only points to me.
Oh, okay.
So now
All
all
for
it
yourself.
sees is me sat in this chair, which is sagging back.
Yeah, but it's a lovely little studio to be.
It is a lovely studio, to be fair. I mean, there have been mishaps. There was
course there
an
is.
incident a couple of weeks ago with the lock on the door. I was locked out for about 35 minutes.
Man.
And a couple of weeks before that, I heard that they had to reboot the entire system, the computer and everything, the whole radio system.
Oh God.
But I mean, like, it is. I'm not using nearly as much of the technical capabilities of this place as there
You
is.
should. Maybe have
There's
like a
so
soundboard.
many. The dials in front of me. There is a soundboard. There's a stream deck. Made by, I think, what is that, Elgato Gaming?
Okay,
I remember
yeah,
when they were the shit. But you can put like custom sounds on that. But in my opinion, it just doesn't fit the tone of my show.
You know what you need? You need a intro.
Yeah.
Song, like a theme.
The first 2 or 3 weeks, I kept talking about how I'm going to do an intro, and then it was just like, actually, I really can't.
Maybe you could do
be
it for
bothered.
season 2.
Season 2, yeah, I'm considering doing.
Get the budget.
I'm
up.
considering doing an overhaul of my social media branding stuff. Like, I came up with an idea. The letter E.
I'm
right.
invigorated.
Are you familiar with with the anglerfish?
Nah.
You know what an anglerfish is?
Let's have a.
It's the one. It's the one with
Oh yeah.
with a light on top
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Of course.
In my opinion, if you could use like a drawing of an anglerfish to look like a letter E. If you have the two halves of its mouth as the bottom two rungs on the E and the light as the top rung,
That's
you can
great,
make an
actually.
E out of an anglerfish.
That's
So I
really
might do
great.
something like that. But also, I kind of do like what I've got going on with my social media profile stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's simple.
But sometimes innovation's the best way. You know?
Yeah, I mean the weekly announcement one can do with a bit of work.
Yeah, even you did me dirty this week.
Well, that's because you like not you're supposed. Normally, I get a photo from the guest saying to put on, and instead of you sending a photo, you were like, "Oh, I'll send it to you tomorrow." It's like, no, the schedule is the Friday.
Friday evening. I'm having a cheeky little pint, you know.
But I mean, on yours, I had to look at your Instagram tags.
I thought you would do that.
And I found you were in a video, and this is going to be a great segue.
Yeah,
But
sure,
you were in a
sure.
video of a Portsmouth Football Club fan channel. So I went to that video and I looked at every single
Interview.
frame that you're in to find the best bit where I could take a screenshot.
Okay, at least you put some thought into it, eh?
The alternative photo was, for the listeners, you won't be able to see this, but that is, I'm showing Ethan.
How the hell have you got... You just keep getting these photos. I don't even know where you get them
That was the
from.
photo I took. That was IDS bar with the business people.
Alright, okay.
And where you look like you've been...
I look like I want to kill myself.
You look like you've just been caught in one of those pedo hunter videos
I mean,
where they have them against the wall and they just look really
give me
intimidated.
another 20 years and I'll be on it, you know.
Fucking hell.
I'm joking.
You do give me mid-40s Thailand vibes.
I mean, touche, but yeah.
But anyway, I fucked the segue at this point. But
yeah, it's long gone.
Portsmouth, you're from Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Are you within the city
South
limits?
Coast?
I don't think you live within the city limits of Portsmouth.
Like 10-minute drive, train.
You are, and normally we avoid talking about football, but you're a Portsmouth fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
And Portsmouth
Sadly.
are...
Actually, not sadly, I'm proud.
Yeah, you should be proud. Like, I've been made fun of for years for being a Tottenham fan. And now, you know, it's good to, firstly, to speak to someone whose team is worse than mine. Because you guys suck.
Oh,
But
more trophies than
Mainly, Portsmouth it's an interesting city in the UK. Because it used to be important.
Yeah.
You're not, like, with all due respect to the city of Portsmouth, you're not important anymore.
We're just another ordinary city. Oh.
You're just another city that, I mean, in general, because Portsmouth is an industrial city.
Yeah.
And industry in the UK has fallen a lot.
Over the years.
So, how important is it to your city and to the community around the city to have a football club that previously, even when the city wasn't doing as well, the club was still in the Premier League. Managers like Harry Redknapp, as much as you probably don't like him that much because he was also manager of Southampton at a different point, but Portsmouth used to be a proper top division team with proper players, and now you're going to get relegated from the Championship.
Still time.
How long ago were you in League Two?
It was like 9 years ago, maybe.
So what is it like for the city, firstly, to have that sort of hope, that sort of symbol in the football club, but also for that hope to no longer be as valid anymore because it's fallen off?
I wouldn't say we've fallen off. Portsmouth is a very tight community. Like we were almost in administration, and the fans bought the club out. That just shows to me the unity in the whole Portsmouth area.
But I mean, do you not at all get a sort of sense of sadness across the city that, firstly, economically the city's not doing well, and then the football club, the symbol of the city, because it's a one club city.
Yeah.
It's not like Bristol or Birmingham
Sheffield, etc.
or Sheffield where there's two clubs, and so there's always a second chance. Right, for Portsmouth, it's just Portsmouth. So what is it like to have that symbol of the city be failing?
Look, sometimes you have to go under and be at your worst to come out a better person and come to the top. That's
That's an hell of. You could put that on a pillow.
Yeah, it's a good little Christmas present there, isn't it?
I think I've walked into an apartment and seen that as a sign on the wall. That's that type of quote. But I mean, Portsmouth. I mean, at least Portsmouth still has. What's the British Navy looking like these days? Because I know the British military is a shell of its former self.
Yeah.
both in terms of the fact that it used to be the greatest on Earth, and also now that it is well, from what I've heard, it is a joke. Like the Navy, especially,
They're trying to get loads of people in, aren't they?
yeah, they've boosted.
Advertisement, but they just don't have the numbers behind them, do
Yeah.
they?
The GDP of Portsmouth
Oh, pretty
is, um, they're not okay. It's not really giving me. Apparently, so the port, so the Portsmouth International Port, is that? Do you get a lot of? What is that like for shipping?
Yeah, ferries to the Isle of Wight as well.
Yeah, but I mean, how long is that ferry going to be? Like 20 minutes?
Yeah, not too long.
So
Maybe
really,
30
it's Portsmouth has fallen, but
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of the UK has. To be fair, I think it's a tough.
Agreed.
It'll be tough to find a single city in the UK that's doing better than it was 10 years ago. Maybe even really tough to find a city doing better than it was 50 years ago.
Yeah, what about Manchester?
How is Manchester? I've heard
always
Manchester
wanted to
might
go,
be on the rise, but
but I
what
think
do
it's
you
on the
what do you know
rise.
about that?
I don't know. Well, a couple of I don't know. I just feel like over the last 2 decades, it's just really, become a place for thinking about music, the Stone Roses, etc.
What are the Stone Roses?
Band,
Oh.
Manchester band.
I would
Oasis,
imagine.
another-
Yeah, I would imagine Oasis is
Oasis,
sort of
yeah.
a bit of
But
a better
I wanted to
poster
go a bit niche, you know.
Really, really, yeah. But yeah, I think maybe part of the reason why Manchester has grown, if it has, would be London being just so
Yeah.
congested.
More
Because previously
expensive,
the UK economy was sort of like, it's all just London.
yeah.
So now they sort of need to have a
To
getaway.
be fair, Brighton as well is quite expensive, isn't it?
Brighton
these days.
it's not great. I mean, you get people complaining about like £7 a pint in London, and we're at like £6.50.
Depends where you go, right?
It does. But for example, last night we went on a pub crawl, and some places, as much as beautiful as the locations were, shout out, what was the one that was the Heart and Hand?
Yeah.
That is a great pub. I would official the Deep End Live recommendation of a pub in Brighton is the Heart and Hand, other than Weatherspoons.
Oh, you get that all over the UK though.
Yeah, but it's just cheap, and I love a cheap pint.
But it's just I don't like the atmosphere personally.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I don't want to sound condescending here, but it's a lot of people. The phrase that somebody else used was that half the people in the pub are on benefits. I once saw in Weatherspoons, a family stood at one of those standing tables, and they had. It was 2 adults, one mid-50s, one early 30s, and a teenager about like 14, 15, and a child like 6 years old. They had 3 jugs of alcohol on the table for 2 adults.
That's nothing. That's minor.
But like
What, pitchers or?
pitchers,
Oh yeah, that's nothing.
3 pitchers for 2 people.
That's nothing. They're just mostly water, I would say.
No, it was
I'd be
liquor.
pissing half the night.
It was liquor, man. No, but I mean, I used to romanticize the idea of the United Kingdom, but since I've actually come here,
Oh, you've seen like
I've seen that
the hype fall off slowly.
it sucks. Like the more I see, the less I like.
You've only visited the south coast. Maybe you
Well,
need
I've
to
spent a lot of time in London.
expand your horizons, and then
Yeah, to be fair, I do want to visit other south coast cities like Portsmouth and Southampton. I have seen Guildford though. Guildford's nice.
Guildford. Yeah, Guildford is nice. I wouldn't mind going there for a little.
It's like a day trip thing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't go for more than an afternoon, because there's one thing to do.
Which is
The cathedral.
cathedral. Okay.
There's one. It is a lovely cathedral. I was there with a Ukrainian fella, and at that particular time, the entire cathedral, like there was just a bunch of Ukrainian flags everywhere outside the cathedral.
Okay,
So he appreciated that.
3 years ago then.
No, this was last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to the reason I invited you on.
Yeah, why is that actually? I'm very curious.
Me
Is it 'cause I'm
and
a
you
stud?
have been spending a lot of time together lately to do.
Yeah, not in a weird way though.
No, I mean this is Brighton. So if anything,
Yeah,
not
no, I'm not.
the what we've been doing is probably the weird way, which is
Fuck's sake.
we've been advancing our legal skills and our CVs. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about that? What have we been up to?
We are doing some law skills right now. We're in a competition. We are playing 22 teams?
22, 23, some along those lines, yeah.
Myself and Alex are a pair, and each week we go up against somebody different, and we have to try and negotiate a good deal between each
Yeah,
other.
we still haven't reached a deal at any point.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody else has really, from what I've heard.
Maybe some people have.
But it doesn't matter. You get a really
Doesn't matter.
shit
It's about the
deal.
strategy.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like you only get 40 minutes to negotiate, and these are like big deals. So it's like,
Yeah, especially the first one. Oh my god.
oh my god, yeah. So why don't you tell us about how we've done so far,
Well,
and the different negotiations we've done, and what you've learned from it, and how you've enjoyed it.
we are semi-finalists. Wednesday is our big day. Chance to become into the final two. Hopefully we do it. Although I would say we've kind of fluked our way there personally. Like for example, the first negotiation, we had 2 attempts actually, and we did shit on the first one, I would say, and then the second one we got pretty much like a lifeline because the team got pulled out.
Yeah, we were given a lifeline that
And we fucking took
to
the
be given a
lifeline.
set because we just happened to be in the room at the time.
We took it, that's for sure though.
I mean, and then last week we thought that we were gonna be amazing.
Because I thought I needed 2 teams.
Then we quickly found out that they had dropped out to do an exam, which fair enough. Thankfully, we don't have to do that until next year.
Yeah.
Although I'm annoyed that we have to do it in general because
You're trying to get out of it.
European Union law. I mean, come on. But we ended up having to go against the teacher, which we
could learn a lot from
we could
it.
learn a lot from that.
And we
But
have,
I'm excited because next week it's a construct. So every week we've been given a brief on a different conflict, right? And we are representing one of the parties. Both times we've been the little guy.
Yeah.
We've
company.
been in some sort of startup company. But next week
I haven't actually read it
I
yet.
haven't.
So.
Neither have I. But I think it's better to leave it till later,
Yeah, well that's a
so it's
problem
fresh
next
for
week.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Us.
Monday, Tuesday.
But for this upcoming week, for the first time, we actually get to be constructive. We don't have to be hostile.
yeah,
we are-
I mean that's going to work a lot for you because you
Oh,
are
yeah.
just
On the business side, I was at
Yeah.
that first time when I actually got to start talking about making a deal. That was good. But then we just never have gotten to that since.
oh,
So this upcoming
third
one,
time's the charm.
third time's the charm.
Well,
We're
actually, it's
semi-finalists now.
fourth time actually, isn't it?
We're semi-finalists. We're in the top 6 teams. We're
Which is weird. I thought it'd be top 4, but we'll take the top 6.
yeah.
Because ours would be out, I reckon.
I think I'm not sure if we would have made the cut for top 4. In fact, I specifically think we didn't,
Yeah.
unless we are one of the teams that got a tie for 4th, which would be crazy.
Yeah, what a little 3-way tie for 4.
Well, no, because more than 3 teams were given the invite to become semi-finalists by
Oh, right.
default. But we are I mean, considering we were one of the in terms of our homework scores, we didn't do great, unfortunately. So we were
We didn't do the worst though.
of all the teams that submitted the homework every week, we have we got the lowest
Yeah,
score.
but you shouldn't let grades define you. You should let real life skills.
Yeah. So
determine who you are.
we were lucky that a bunch of teams decided that to just phone it in and not actually commit.
Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta
Then-
take a leap of faith, right?
Then we were lucky that we were given a second chance in the first round. Then we were lucky to get the email asking if we were free to become a semi-finalist and for us to respond in time. And now we're semi-finalists. So I feel like at some point
Our luck's gonna run.
something's got to give.
Yeah, but you gotta make your own luck,
not as
don't
in our
you?
luck's going to run out, but as in because we've visibly improved every week. I think we're on a
Okay.
trajectory to become Leicester.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
Still a long way. But I like the positive attitude.
Yeah, you got to have I mean, I've said before on the show that I hate nihilists. Do you know what a nihilist is?
No.
A
Please,
ni-
Claire, explain.
A nihilist is someone that believes that life is pointless. So, according to the Google Dictionary, the rejection of all religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless. So, it's being a cynic. It's the belief that nothing in the world has real value. And basically, nihilists suck.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm a nihilist sometimes.
Well, there's a difference between being a bit sad and thinking shit's not going to get better, and being a
Yeah,
nihilist.
That's true.
If I can't say what I was
So
about to say.
you've met a nihilist.
I've met a few people that are that have flirted with the idea, and I think they suck.
Oh.
But in general,
Maybe you
look,
just
you have to be
depressed.
positive. If you're not going to be positive, what's the point? I'd like to imagine that I'm
Yeah. I can
largely
agree.
quite positive. Mostly. But like, look, if you're a nihilist, what is the point of you?
Everybody's got demons, you know.
My favourite portrayal of a nihilist in media, and I hate having to refer to media to make a point, but there's the show Smiling. You know the show Smiling Friends?
Yeah. I think
It's hilarious, but there's a bit in which the main characters are a group called the Smiling Friends who like to make people smile. Then at some point, an evil version of the group called the Frowning Friends, and I know this is going to go somewhere, trust me. A group called the Frowning Friends shows up and tries to get everyone to become nihilists. The ending of the episode is the boss of the Smiling Friends pulls a gun
And kills himself.
on one of the Frowning Friends dudes,
Okay.
and instantly the Frowning Friend sees the meaning of life, and he decides that he doesn't want to die anymore, and he begs for his own safety,
So what you're saying
and he
is
pisses himself.
we should do that to nihilists, just threaten to end their life.
There is a famous quote: the best refute to nihilism is to shoot them. Something like that.
Oh my god.
Let me fact check this. Where is this? The simplest argument to refute a moral nihilist is to kill them. Nihilism is not
That is charming, isn't it?
Nihilism is not a philosophy that lasts long. A true nihilist neither cares nor does not care about the value of their own life, and entropy solves the problem. Those who care to live continue to live, at least for a while. Why is there an image of a demon in Ireland? What? Google's weird these days. You know, they intentionally made Google worse. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't. But any reason why?
They found, I might have told this story on the show before, but Google engineers found that when you misspell something or when you Google the wrong thing,
Yeah. Okay.
like for example, if you Google Ben Affleck gambling movie, there is no Ben Affleck gambling movie that I'm aware of, but there is a Matt Damon gambling movie. You know?
Yeah.
So really, apparently there actually is a Ben Affleck gambling movie. Oh, it's with Justin Timberlake. I've heard it's really bad. 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's dead.
That's how you know that it's genuinely
dead.
really, really bad. Or if you search Hulk gambling, if you search Hulk gambling movie, you don't get the answer.
So what's your suggestion to gamble hard?
What it should have been, what you should get, is the movie Rounders, which starred the dude who was also the Hulk, right? Google formerly would have been able to give you stuff like that. They knew what
Okay.
you're trying to find.
Yeah.
But they realized that if they don't give you what you're looking for, and they make you Google multiple times, like if I would have to Google Hulk movie actor, Edward Norton gambling movie, right? They get to keep you on the website for longer, and they get to show you more ads, and they get to collect more data about you. That's what Google realized. So
You know what? I respect the hustle.
I'm still never going to use Bing, because Bing is for people who don't know how to change their default browser. Like the first thing you ever do when you get a new computer is install
you don't use Bing, though,
install
come on.
Google Chrome.
I use Microsoft Edge.
It's not I only stick with Chrome because I've been using it.
Yeah.
I know that it's
What about
not
old school
great.
Firefox.
I've considered so many times switching to different browsers. I don't want to use Opera because it's weird and it's for people that use Reddit too much. I've considered Firefox, but Firefox for me is associated with doctor waiting rooms. It's the default Apple browser. It was the default Apple browser for a while.
Yeah.
So it just seems like the type of thing that just wouldn't be good. But I've heard they've recently improved it. And then Edge, I'm not going to use the default Microsoft browser. Every time I've accidentally opened Microsoft Edge, I have sighed.
Sigh of relief.
No,
'Cause
I've
you
sighed
found out
and said
something
to
amazing.
myself, fuck. This is annoying. Now I have to research for what I'm doing. On a browser that wasn't made by people who eat glue sticks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I used to sniff them.
You just isn't sniffing glue. Do
You
people
should
sniff?
do it.
Do adults sniff glue? It's
Probably, mate.
It's like a
If
drug
you're
thing,
something
isn't
like crackhead fiend.
it? I know that.
Age 10 though, I was on it.
I know that a glue sniffer is what is it called? Is an insult for stupid people, or a glue huffer, or a glue stick eater. Anything to do with glue, except for the term glue guy. That's a good one. That's for an athlete that holds together a team, like N'Golo Kante.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go back to talking about law. Right, we're both law students, and we both also do business and management.
Mhm.
Why? Why do you study this?
You know what? Because I did it in A levels, and you know we got the job done. You know, sometimes you just need to get the grades and move on to your next challenge, which is what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't decide, because law that's a strenuous route. That's years to get to the level you want to be.
Yeah.
So
Everybody wants to be Harvey Specter.
Yeah, but that's
Except
gonna
me.
take.
I prefer Saul Goodman.
Yeah, lazy.
No, Saul Goodman is not lazy.
Smart but lazy. That's
Saul
what he
Goodman's
is.
not lazy. Saul Goodman is He is the smartest guy in the room, and he knows how to get around stuff. Look, Harvey Specter.
With his wit. Yeah,
Harvey Specter doing the shit that he does in. Have you seen Suits?
yeah.
Harvey Specter doing any of the things that he did in that show would get him disbarred immediately.
Whacking people up.
He hires a guy. It's a great show,
Yeah.
but at the same time, the pilot of the ep is really bad. The first 5 minutes where it shows you like a boardroom of a bunch of people like standing around arguing, it's shit. But in that show, Harvey Specter hires a guy who's never been to school to be a lawyer. He continually lies about it, including, I believe, under oath. He rehires a woman that he had to fire because she shredded an important legal document
Yeah.
instead of admitting that she found it late. She just shreds the document. What else does he do? He lies to clients. Like in the opening episode, he tells him, "Oh, we've already actually been paid. You've already paid us. So either you take the deal or you're on your own anyway." Which is not true, and is apparently unethical. As somebody who's been told in the negotiations competitions that I may or may not have made an unethical move at one point, completely unbeknownst to me, but Harvey Specter is not a good example. Look, neither is Saul Goodman.
Yeah, it's just,
Saul Goodman works for
that's American law as well.
Saul Goodman works for the mob. He basically, he works for the mob. He causes his brother's suicide. He is a consistent thorn in the side of the legal system by just pulling nefarious shit. To be fair, some of it is kind of funny and not necessarily. I don't know if admirable is the right word, but have you seen Better Call Saul?
Yeah, I've seen
There's a scene where he's to get his client out of a case. He just doesn't bring his client to the courtroom, and he puts him in the back, and he brings a lookalike to sit in the front.
To see eyewitnesses, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a big difference, but Saul Goodman, I don't know how many. He definitely purges himself. Oh yeah, there is all of the stuff to do with, like, he switched the numbers round. 1216, one after Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Like, I am not crazy. All the stuff that he did to Chuck. Then there is like him knowingly selling burner phones to people. Is that illegal? Maybe not. Aiding and abetting, maybe. There's all the stuff that he does in his disbarment hearing with planting the cell phone.
Yeah.
In general, TV show lawyers are not great. The only you've got
to make it interesting in some way. You've got to lie a bit.
The only other example I can think of as TV show lawyer is the guy from Alan Shaw from Boston Legal, and his associate Denny Crane. I've mostly seen the show exclusively through Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. It's a popular show that gets put on there.
You get caught on that.
In that show, they directly cause the deaths of multiple people. They, for some reason, their offices repeatedly get taken hostage by terrorists. It's just a thing where every once in a while I see a YouTube short of the guy from Boston Legal who also plays Ultron in Age of Ultron, and the dude from the Blacklist getting taken hostage in his office by a different dude, and then his boss just pulling out a gun and shooting the guy. Like, what the fuck? But I mean, that's sort of early 2000s TV for you. Those, like,
that was peak times.
When you had those like 24 episode seasons.
Yeah.
And so they just got so wacky. Like, when I watched the show How I Met Your Mother.
Banger.
I quite liked it. It falls off after a certain point.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I think most shows do.
Most shows do. There's a few that don't.
Yeah.
Like my all-time favorite show. Well, it's a reality show, so it's not really on the same spectrum. But Survivor fell off.
Oh, I thought you looked like a Love Island guy. I can't lie.
What? That's insulting to both my character and to my mental competence. Love Island is a show for people with like.
It's just shit telly, isn't it?
It's Love Island is a show for people with less than 15 brain cells. It's the type of show that unemployed people watch, and I know I'm unemployed, but I'm a student, so it's like
so
it's
it doesn't
different.
Count. Yeah, okay.
People who are just genuinely unemployed, like they're in their mid-20s,
claiming benefits,
not doing fucking anything with their life. Those are the type of people who watch.
Yeah, but 20s are finding your feet,
I suppose. Well, nowadays, yeah, because life expectancies are so far up, and it's also just we've gotten into a point in society where it's people focus more on qualifications than they do on on actually being competent and being smart and knowing how to do their job,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. But internships, I think if you have the experience,
internships are good, but people aren't doing those for actual. People aren't doing internships to learn. Nobody's doing that. Everybody I know that has ever done an internship has specifically done it for the CV. The only guy I know who's learned anything did an entire placement year. I can say his name actually, Lucas, because he's been on the show. I think that's the rule. Is I can't say the names of people. I can't say the names of people who haven't been on the show before.
And why is that?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's easier for the viewers to understand.
Look, most of the rules are
Bullshit.
bullshit. Speaking of rules, I just happened to notice there's a really weird amount of bookmarks on the desktop in the studio. Look, the conversation. We're just going to talk about the show at this point. We're going meta here because it's the final episode for a while.
Yeah.
There are the bookmarks on this thing are the attendance thing. There's how many listeners.
How many listeners are there? 2.
For a split second, it was showing a high. What the fuck?
How many? Have I done my job? I've got some nonsense.
21.
That's what I do.
That is ridiculous. I've never. And this isn't even a good episode. But,
I'm the best episode.
Yeah, there's something called URF text messages. I assume that just means. What? That doesn't make any sense. There is the schedule. There is a list of all the swear words that I'm not allowed to say.
So which ones are they?
So there are 9 different categories. There's general, race and ethnicity, body parts, sexual orientation / gender identity. So I've never even heard of some of these. I'm gonna have to take note. Mental and physical condition, religious insults, hand gestures, which it's radio, so I don't get that. Sexual references, and older people.
Okay, you know what?
Honestly, it's such a the UK protects older people so much. Like being ageist. Like, what do you mean being ageist? Like, I mean, society these days is built towards older people. Ginger's on there is one of the words you're not allowed to say.
But I'm sure you can say it. Like,
I'm allowed to say it. But it was part of my.
I'm glad you've gone over this because I probably would have.
Oh, actually, I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to say it because it's on the Ofcom list, but it's also on the student. I'm not gonna finish that, but there's a particular okay. Well, you just wasted that now. There's a particular organisation which has control over the radio station, and they have their own list of words that you're not allowed to say, and that is one of them. There is a certain bovine that is on the list. I'm not allowed.
Can I just chat shit about them?
No, not allowed to.
What are they going to do? They're going to cancel your show?
They would cancel my show.
What, for my
Yeah, because I'm liable.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
for anything that happens. There are so many racial slurs on this list that I've never even heard of.
I've learned a few in the past.
Race and ethnicity. Why is Nazi a slur under race and ethnicity? That's more of a political thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
like
still
commie. I guess unless it's trying to be against like Germans, more specifically, I guess Austrians. You know. The sexual orientation. Basically, this entire thing is any word that you've ever heard in an early 2000s British comedy is on this list. Anything that they would have ever said on Peep Show or The Office or anything else along those, or the IT crowd.
Some of them can't be that bad then, or.
Some of them are. I genuinely don't even.
No.
I can't use the word. Well, no, it's past 7. I'm not gonna say it. Well, I can't say the word mental. But I just did. But that's for demonstrative purposes.
That's fucking.
But anyway, the other bookmarks on this thing, which are odd. Bus news. Not news to do with like the bus schedule, but news to do with the manufacturing and distribution of buses.
Okay, where are you going with this?
Nowhere.
I thought you were leading into a topic. We're just going to start talking about bus
simulator. Look, I hate buses. And this is the 3rd episode in a row that this has come up, that I hate buses. But like, there's an entire website of just news to do with buses. 2 new electric buses hit the road in Adelaide.
That's pretty cool though. They started doing that in London as well. Electric buses. I mean, that's good. I like it when. Good for the environment. I like environmental stuff as long as it's not like just complete. There's a thing. Do you know what a piezoelectric panel is? A piezoelectric floor panel is a type of. It's a panel that goes on the floor, where if you step on it, it generates electricity. Recently, they installed a whole series of piezoelectric panels in this random place. And
they say, so when you step on it, it generates electricity, and the panel sort of pushes into the floor a bit. That firstly is a trip hazard. When you step on the panel, it sinks a little bit into the floor. That's stupid. Second of all, you are not even generating enough electricity through that to power the light bulb. What's the point? It probably takes a hell of a lot more electricity to manufacture those panels than the panels will ever produce in their entire life of being actually usable.
And who's like employing? Like who's getting these? Like what kind of people are? Like, wealthy?
Governments that are stupid and want to look like
spend money on anything.
Governments that want to look like they're being green without actually impacting the economy.
Alright, I'm with you.
Yeah, then I mean, Busworld, yeah, and also another bookmark is the Wikipedia page for Rotherhithe. Rotherhithe is a district of South London. It is on a peninsula.
I've never heard of Rotherhithe.
I've never heard of Rotherhithe either. I thought it would be like a small town. I don't know why this is.
It's London, probably.
Why? Well, yeah, I don't know why. Well, I've got the Wikipedia page in front of me. I don't know why this is bookmarked. What's so?
Should we add our own bookmark?
What would we add as a bookmark? If you could add anything as a bookmark onto the computer here, what would you do?
Oh, I reckon I have to go for something really random, like.
I will.
Oldest pigeon or something like that.
I will add the. I will get rid of the Rotherhithe bookmark because that's nonsense. Sorry to whoever. How do I get rid of a bookmark?
I don't think that person's going to be watching.
How do I remove a bookmark? I don't know how to do any of this. I was going to bookmark the Wikipedia page for Skylanders. Big up, Skylanders.
Also, I forgot to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh yeah, is my birthday. I
know. I just wanted to embarrass you.
Unk status achieved.
I'm only 21. You're not 42, mate. But I do feel that every single year. It's my birthday as well.
I know. Oh, I just figured out how to get rid of the bookmark. Now I can. Oh well, okay. Adding a bookmark is much more complicated apparently than. Oh wait, there's a keyboard shortcut.
How to get rid of a bookmark with Alex Miller.
Yes, I just did it. That's the. Congratulations, you've become the first guy to ever say something on this show that is going to get edited out.
Fuck yes, that's an achievement. I'm happy about that.
This entire thread up to me saying that I've bookmarked Skylanders is getting cut. We might as well look. At a certain point, it is my birthday. We've both got better shit to do.
Yeah, we've got to celebrate.
It's boiling in the studio. At the
I
moment.
know. I'm sweating. Buckets.
Look, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is not at all a good indicator of what the show is like. Why are there 25 listeners now?
Look, man, I was a unique selling point, you know? I came in.
This is not at all indicative of.
These are my fans.
Well, did you post the?
Yeah, of
I
course.
didn't see that you did. But look, if you want an actual good episode, go listen to any other episode except for episode 4.
I'm probably gonna get told
Episodes
off after this.
4 and 6 were not great. And I can admit that. Episode 1 is good if you want. Episode 1 is good. Episode 2 is solid. Episode 3 is really good. Yeah, and episode 7 was decent.
You know what I really want to do? I'll tell you after, actually. But
yeah, let's cut it here.
No, because I'm going to say something bad.
A shorter episode for once because the episodes have been getting too damn long. That is something I'm going to have to correct next year. Is stop going like 30 minutes over the time limit.
And also, we need to get fucking absolutely MC hammered for your birthday. You know.
No, did that last night. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening. I'm just going to cut the mics now. Goodbye.
Bye bye.